This is Making Waves, a series of podcasts celebrating and commemorating 25 years of Wave Community Bank.
Hello and welcome to Making Waves, one of the series of podcasts that we're doing celebrating and commemorating 25 years of Wave Community Bank this year. For this edition, I'm joined by the Business Development Officer across East Sussex, Mr. Jason Smith, my colleague. Jason, are you all right with this? I've sent you some questions through. We're going to have a bit of a chat about the role.
Yeah, of course. We can just go for it.
Okay, so first, nice simple question. What is the role of the Business Development Officer for Wave?
Well, in simple terms, Phil, my role or our role is as a business development officer is all about spreading the word about Chorus, which is our workplace savings scheme, and getting businesses on board that. Now, I personally cover all companies across the whole of East Sussex. And when it comes to Kent, Medway and Bexley, well, obviously that's your territory, Phil.
Yeah.
But as you know, our role is not just about signing businesses up. A big part of the role is building relationships. So not only with employers, but also with charities, agencies, and the wider community. So we want as many people as possible to benefit from what we offer, whether that's through our workplace savings scheme, whether that's our affordable loans or our financial wellbeing support resources. So once a business joins, I will work closely with them to make sure that their employees actually engage with the scheme. So that means site visits, on the ground support, and helping to onboard staff so that they can start saving and managing their money more easily.
Okay, so we know from a previous podcast, if you've not listened yet, there's a podcast that myself and our Deputy CEO Emma did about the actual Chorus scheme and how it benefits the individual. But how does it actually benefit a business?
So honestly, the biggest benefit for a business is that it's completely free to set up and run. There's no hidden costs, there's no fees. There's just a straightforward way to support their employees' financial well-being. And I know there are some companies out there that are thinking, well, what's the catch? But there isn't one. We are a not-for-profit, so we're doing this to make money. We're not doing this to make money. We do it to build financial resilience in our community. So any surplus that we generate does get reinvested back into the local community itself. Now, from an employee's perspective, offering Chorus is a win-win. It positions them as a responsible and caring employer, and it's a great way to reduce financial stress amongst staff, which in turn then boosts productivity and reduces absenteeism. It also strengthens employee engagement and retention. And let's face it, people appreciate an employer that genuinely looks out for them. And I think on top of that, it enhances their corporate social responsibility because they're promoting financial inclusion and they're supporting the local economy. So kind of in short, by introducing Chorus, businesses are giving their employees a valuable staff benefit, which obviously then in turn improves their workplace culture and boosts their reputation as a good employer. And that all comes without spending a penny. It's totally free.
So businesses are listening to this. They think, well, this is a no-brainer. Let's go ahead and do this. How long, how quickly can we actually set it up within an organisation? I know the answer, but I'm asking you. How long?
Of course. And we get that question all the time.
Yeah,
and a lot of businesses assume that setting up a staff benefit like Chorus is going to be complicated. It's going to be time-consuming and it's going to require loads of resources. But honestly, that's not the case. We've made the process super simple. And in fact, we can have a business up and running with Chorus in as little as 3 hours. It really is as simple as 3 steps. The first step is to reach out to us, however best suits them. They can use our inquiry form on the website. They can drop us an email. They can give us a call, message us on social media, or if they spot you or I at a networking event, and just come over and say hello. And once we've made that contact, we can set up a quick meeting to walk them through how Chorus works and provide them with our employee guide so that they have more information on the scheme. The second step is then signing them up. So we'll send over a short service level agreement, which is nothing complicated. It's just a simple document that outlines what you can expect from us and what the team needs to do to keep things running smoothly. There's no cost, there's no long-term commitment, and a company can opt out at any time. And once they've signed that, our finance team will obviously give them a call just to chat with their payroll team to talk over the process of handling payments. And then you got the final step, which is the launch itself. We'll work to tailor the rollout, making sure that their team knows about the scheme and how to take advantage of it. We even give them a dedicated information page on our website, promote the partnership through our social media, our blog, our newsletter, and that's it. From that point on, their employees can save and can start saving and even repaying their loans directly through their salaries.
We'll come back to talking about sort of networking and reaching out in a minute, but I wanted to touch on something that you mentioned earlier on. For those businesses that have already taken that plunge and have already kind of partnered with us, what are your main kind of leads in terms of reaching out to those businesses who've already partnered, but to actually make them aware and make their staff teams aware of what we can do?
Yeah, so once they do become an official partner, that's, I think, where the fun starts. We don't just sign them up and leave them to figure it out. We'll provide a full support for every step of the way. So first off, every partner gets a dedicated account officer. So someone like myself or you, Phil, who's there as a single point of contact. We're on hand to guide those businesses through the setup, the ongoing promotion of Chorus, and to answer any questions and obviously support them however we can. We can even come in and speak directly to staff about the scheme and provide any marketing material they'd like to use. And speaking of marketing, we can tailor promotional material to make sure employees actually engage with the scheme. That could be through flyers, posters, intranet copy, or even presentations at staff meetings, whether in person or online. So basically, whatever works best for that particular company. But we don't really stop there. We'll also attend events and on-site visits where we can set up in a dedicated room or even a staff canteen to chat with their employees, answer any questions, and help new members sign up. So for example, last week I was at 2 University of Brighton campuses talking to students and staff about the benefits of the credit union and using Chorus. And the week before that, I spent time at Brighton and Hove bus garages, setting up in their canteen to talk to their staff about Chorus and obviously to promote our new Christmas savings account. So we try and take a really hands-on approach. So it's all about making sure the employees know Chorus is there for them and that it's easy to obviously set up.
And so how do you reach out to more businesses then? Is it all about the networking that you mentioned earlier on? Because obviously not every business has the capacity to go and do networking.
Sure. And in an honest sense, a lot of it is about networking, yes, but it's not just the typical early morning business breakfast kind of way. We take a more holistical approach to networking. So of course we attend Chamber of Commerce meetings, business expos, and industry events because they're great opportunities to connect with employers. But we also engage with businesses in lots of other ways. For example, we use our website's blog, our digital newsletter, and our social media to engage with businesses and share useful content and our financial wellbeing resources. So what I'm trying to say is that our networking it's not really about just swapping business cards. It's about kind of creating a genuine ongoing partnership that benefits both sides. And kind of beyond that, we've also get the word out through things like local radio, sometimes making guest appearances. We contribute to business publications. We've even run TV ads, and soon you'll be seeing us on the side of buses. So we're always trying to find ways to make sure businesses know who we are and how we can help. I'm sure I've left something out there, but get the idea. Yeah. We kind of do as much as we can to spread the message. And
so you and I go and do this in our respective areas. And I'm sure you've been to networking events. I know I have, where you're asked to kind of stand up and do your 60-second pitch to the room, if you like. And one of the things that they try and focus on in there is looking for your for your ideal organisations, your ideal clients to talk to.
Sure.
So who would you say, if you were asked that question, are your ideal organisations to be talking to?
I think, do you know, Phil, we don't really have a perfect type of company we work with. Right now, we partner with a whole mix of organizations, from local authorities, NHS trusts, charities, and businesses from all sorts of industries. The only real requirement is that company has to be based within our common bond. That just means that they need to have their main office and their payroll department within East Sussex, Kent, Medway, or Bexley. Now, if we're talking purely an outreach perspective, I'd say the bigger the company, the better. Just because it means we can reach more people from a single point of contact. But that doesn't mean we only work with large businesses. Whether a company has 10 employees or 10,000 employees, if they're in our area and if they want to support their staff's financial well-being with Chorus, well, we're quite happy to talk to and chat to them.
Chorus has its own website as well, doesn't it?
It does indeed. You can go to www.savewithchorus.org.uk and all the information's on there if they need it.
Excellent. Jason, thanks very much indeed for your time.
No worries.
Making Waves is produced by and on behalf of Wave Community Bank. For more details, visit our website on www.wavecb.org.uk.